Okay, I already sent out the links. So, hi Internet. Welcome to the stream. Vegas Bear here as always with Mekumon.
Hello.
And today is a very special day because last week we finished Fallout 3. And today we're jumping straight into a new game. Let me just take one thing first. Alright. We are playing Robocop Rogue City.
Hell yes!
This is a game that both me and Mekumon enjoy quite a bit. It is a double A game. Not triple A, double A. Which you can kind of tell just from looking at it, but don't let the game's appearance fool you. This game is freaking amazing.
First off, it's just fun as hell. Also, I'm just tapping into Twitch here because the screen share on the stream is not, doing its thing.
Oh, that's because I didn't turn it on. There we go. Whoops.
Like, for what it's worth, as you've heard the enthusiasm in our voices through the entire time here, we very much enjoy this game. And in my case, it was the first Robocop anything I ever actually experienced.
It was his first experience with Robocop, and oh boy, was it a good one.
Without spoiling anything, I had a very good time with the writing of the game.
We are not doing New Game Plus as much as I would love to. Instead, we're going to start from the beginning. Also, easy mode, because I am a baby.
I mean, to be fair, easy mode can still get pretty difficult from time to time.
That is true.
It really can kick your ass.
That is true.
You give us 3 minutes, and we give you the world. Good evening. I'm Casey Wong. A military submarine that went missing over 3 years ago has suddenly reappeared in the Baltic Sea. Confused seamen mistakenly opened fire
stream audio
on the last
definitely sounds
Lapland
good.
reservation,
Right.
killing 12. Thankfully, our homesick sailors are back on U.S. soil. Welcome back, boys. In local news, a new crime wave that is sweeping Detroit has already claimed the lives of 21 police officers. Here's a statement from the head of OCP, Omni Consumer Products, that's funding and running the Detroit Police Department.
Old Detroit has a cancer, and that cancer is crime. It must be cut out, and OCP holds the scalpel.
According to our sources, the attacks were aimed at catching the attention of a man whose identity remains unknown. This dangerous new guy in town seems to have his eye on doing business in old Detroit.
Hands off me. Shut
I'm sorry. There seems to be a
Disturbance? I'm a big fan. Now move!
Surprise,
Don't
motherfucker.
adjust your television. Your regularly scheduled program will be back shortly. Now, this message goes out to the new guy in town. It seems that you're looking to spend some money in this great city of ours. I'm here to tell you that the Torchheads are open for business. You may have heard of us as the #1 supplier of nuke in old Detroit. The most potent, addictive drug available in front of every convenience store, school, or library near you. But that's not all.
It's
we're
funny that they're the
capable
#1 supplier of nuke now that Kane is dead.
of. Let's get you up here.
Seeing as how
We'll
nuke was
get
his-
Officer Howard to illustrate the point. You see, Officer Howard made a...
And yes, I will be referencing Robocops 1 and 2.
We want to
probably
reward this
spoiling them
dutiful
too.
officer with a
Since this
performance
game will
bonus.
also kind of spoil that.
A lifetime supply...
And also referenced RoboCop 3.
Yes.
You're gonna
This game takes
have
place
time of
between
your life.
Robocops 2 and 3.
There you go. Enjoy. New guy. Us Torchheads are more than capable of doing whatever
and
you
it
need
is
done in
quite-
our city. What is it, huh?
It is quite good.
Arson, smuggling, drug dealing, good old-fashioned murder. We do it all. You've got the
That
money,
cop's dead.
we've got the power. So let's talk.
Now, unfortunately, I won't be able to hear it, but the opening theme for this game is so damn good.
Good to see you, Murphy. Lieutenant's at the main entrance to the TV station.
Let me offer this in substitute.
Hell yeah!
Man, it really does go with everything, including a cyborg just walking.
Yep. Man, at the right time, too.
We can't wait any longer. Those trigger-happy maniacs have a ton of hostages. But sir... Roger that. Over and out.
What is the situation?
Goddamn OCP tells us to stand down till SWAT arrives. That's our situation.
Looks like I'm on the way out.
Not so fast, buddy. Who do you think is gonna clean up this place? I'm not letting you off that easily.
You sound just like my wife.
If that's the case, let's get you patched up. We wouldn't want to get on her bad side. Press here. Medic!
Hi, Ann. It's always
There you
good
are,
to see you,
partner.
Lewis.
Lewis?
The hell is going on up there?
Sorry, dude! The police want us to release the hostages! So no hard feelings!
Hey! You can't go in yet! We need to wait for the reinforcements!
Reinforcements have arrived.
I knew you'd say something like that.
We need to find another way. It is too dangerous to cross.
For me. But you can take the heat. Go. I'll figure something
I
out.
love that.
Besides,
that
you could do with
Robo
a head
was
start.
considerate of Lewis. It's too dangerous to cross. Yeah, for me. Exactly.
I mean, she is his closest friend.
Is it gold?
It was taken off someone famous. Just look at him. He looks kind of familiar.
Alright, let's get this over with.
You'd think by now criminals would learn.
Drop it, scum.
You'd think they'd be capable of learning. Because if they were, they'd be screaming something along the lines of this.
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over.
Heck, if they'd learned better by now, they'd just surrender and take the whole prison thing. Better than getting your head popped like a balloon.
Still does the gun twirl. Fuck yeah.
Which I was informed that was a very particular character quirk.
Yep.
Lewis, you're here.
It's something Alex Murphy
We need to get
trained
these
himself
elevators
to
back
do
online.
because...
The service box is in the basement.
Okay, spoilers for a movie from the 80s.
Let me.
I doubt you had time between all the heroics.
In other words,
but I
a
got key card from Canada.
40-ish-year-old film.
It's good to do some real street work from time to time.
Robocop
you know?
was Alex Murphy, a
After
cop
you.
for the
They
Detroit
sabotage
Police
the
Department.
elevators and staircase too. They obviously don't want to be disturbed.
He was gunned down in the line of duty, but because OCP owns freaking everything, they took his body and turned him into Robocop. Thing is, though, Murphy had a family.
That graffiti is fresh.
I bet some of those idiots are still here.
And with that family, he had a son who was a big fan of TJ Laser, a TV show about this cool guy with a gun that would stop bad guys, right? And he would do this pistol spinning thing every time he would holster his gun. And Murphy, being the cinnamon roll that he is, decided to incorporate that into his police work because so that he could be as much of a hero to his son as TJ Laser.
And it worked. So much so that even after becoming Robocop, he still keeps doing it despite it not being in his program.
Yep.
Oh, I am just waiting for the moment I get to play Yeet.
Did you see the title of the stream?
Can you fly, Torch Head?
Reference to one of my favorite lines in the first movie. Can you fly, Bobby? It was near the beginning of the movie when Terrence Bodiger's gang robbed a bank, but all the money got burned. And Luna Chris is now Luna Chris is now following. Hello, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. There's a 10-minute timer before you are capable of talking in the chat. We put that in place because people kept trying to sell us stuff.
Bot salesman.
Sales bots. But you can still use a soundboard. Just don't use anything marked with someone's name or only.
If you stick around with us for that 10-minute hits and beyond, then, well, welcome to the madhouse.
Yep. We're gonna be talking a lot about Robocop. Oh!
Oh, that was brutal.
Not expect such a big crowd.
So if you haven't watched Robocop, we're probably gonna spoil all of it.
As we've repeatedly warned you since the stream began.
I'm just saying that in case Luna Chris showed up after the stream began.
That's fair.
Damn.
Oh, I was way too late on that one.
Don't worry, there'll be more. So, like I said before, this game takes place between Robocop 2 and 3.
I am detecting a short circuit. We need to
as of
isolate
this
the
moment,
cables.
Robocop has defeated Terrence Bodiger and Dick Jones, and has defeated Kane, proving
You are very resourceful.
that
Thanks, but I'd say it was a team effort.
you can't,
They're holding everyone in the studio.
cannot,
It's on the 30th floor.
cannot recreate perfection.
Let alone attempting to improve upon it.
So, our friends in blue finally
show. I'm afraid you're too late for my autograph. Chopper's ready. I've got to go, but the party goes on. Guys, make sure you provide all our guests with a decent amount of amusement, so don't skimp on the nuke. See ya.
I love that
What a
shot.
freaking psycho. We
When
need
the
to get
camera
quick
turns
before
off.
they kill anyone else. I know that look, Murphy.
It's the first.
It's Alex Murphy's face.
Yes, it's the first.
We are here to enforce the law.
That Murphy is.
Right. Just keep in mind
Trouble.
that I'm here if you need me, partner.
I'm not gonna say he's not okay, but I feel like between the last two
Slime
movies
bags
and the events
detected.
of this game,
Just look at that, boys. The police dog,
Wow.
and it's Fitch.
Not
let's
sure
just say
which
it's a
one is
good thing they
which.
get him a shrink.
You're gonna take that back.
I love that particular power-up when you get it. Small arms fire just bounces off of you and could end up damaging one of the other moves. It's really satisfying.
Oh yeah.
Literally, all you do is walk into a room and they mow themselves down.
All right.
Come get some.
Really hoping your name's Bobby. Bobby.
Honestly, it's one of the... It's too easy to do this. This part of the game is like... It really does show off the kind of psychotic rampages that players can get up to.
Yep.
And the best part is, because they all fired on you first, it's technically self-defense.
Yep. Also, the fact that they are committing terrorist activities.
I just find myself wary of the one who flies out that window and screams, "Wee!" No amount of nuke in the world that justifies that guy.
At that point, I think he was accepted what was gonna happen.
I'm gonna take a quick break and be right back.
Get out of here. Cute. I threw. Oh man, that's a glitch. That is definitely a glitch. Holy shit.
And I return.
And I can't save the hostages.
Thank God you've come. This lady really needs to see a doctor.
Murphy.
Honestly,
these
I feel
people
like
need
it's
help.
like really
Why don't
hard
you
to
go
save
ahead?
the
I'll stay
hostages
with
on your
them.
first run.
Right.
This is Lewis. We have rescued 3 hostages.
Yeah, on a first run, definitely.
Requesting urgent
When you're
medical
doing a
assistance.
new game plus and have a certain auto fire mechanic going on.
Also, you missed it. I found a glitch. I threw a TV through a window and it didn't work.
That's weird.
And then when I shot at it, it still didn't break until I aimed down and shot at it, and then it broke.
That is some damn stubborn glass.
Let's give him a warm
You know what? It occurs to me, you'd think that they'd have started making the various windows in Detroit out of bulletproof glass now.
Then again, they are trying to tear down Detroit, so it may not be cost effective.
Fair enough. So, the first time I played this game, I didn't immediately realize you could just throw the, well, you probably already told me about it at the time, but it took me a moment to realize I could just throw these idiots into each other. Yep. So I picked one up and just kept walking around while holding him up until he finally dropped dead from soaking up too much damage.
See, it never even occurred to me that I could use one of these fuckers as a human shield.
And I discovered it by accident. Because, yes, the other guy's bullets do still hurt them when you hold them up like this.
That's a nice detail.
I've said it before, but probably not on stream, so I'll say it again. In the expanded Omniverse timeline, Alex Murphy is just fine.
That's because the OCP isn't around, right?
More or less, yeah.
I like that.
Turns out they were one of the many companies working on getting Skynet up and running, so a lucky raid happened to put them down before they could become a serious problem.
Hello, Iluna Chris. It's going good. It's going good. We're just chilling on a Friday afternoon playing some Robocop. Oh. Memory.set error.
Darling, could you get the napkins from the cupboard?
On the note of Murphy's family,
Sure thing, Mom. What are we having?
What's funny is in the first, like, in the movies, they don't matter.
Have you washed your hands?
Like, you see them in flashbacks in the first movie. And I don't think they're even brought up in the second.
Discussion.
Or third, for that matter.
Darn. Well, what about Dad? Is he gonna be back for dinner?
But
at this point, I'm just officially designating this game as Robocop 2.5.
Exactly! That is exactly what this is! This is 2.4. Oh, shit.
What do you think about the color of this dress? I'm not sure
This.
I like the pattern.
What? Okay.
James really looks up to you. He said in school that he wants to be a police officer just like his dad.
That's why he does the TJ Laser twirl, because his son really looks up to him. And also TJ Laser.
You were saying in response to the 2.5 comment.
This game is RoboCop 2.5. Like, in terms of story, in terms of consequences of the first two films, like, this feels like a proper fucking sequel. Ah, yes, this.
Hey, no sudden moves, cop! I'm not dying here! Get me another one of those choppers, like the one that took Soot! You hear me?
You work so hard, honey. Why don't you take some leave? We all could use a little break from this reality, don't you think?
Wakey, wakey! I'm talking to you, Shiny! Stand back from that door, or I'll shoot her! I swear to nuke!
I don't know what I would do if I ever lost you.
You got 3 seconds! 3!
Our family is the only thing I need to be happy.
2! Are you fucking deaf?
Trust me, we will stay like this forever.
1! Last chance, weirdo!
I love you so much, Amos. You okay there, Murphy?
And Lewis immediately checks on him to make sure he's okay.
She's been through 2 movies with him. She freaking knows.
I am sorry.
Can you see?
She had to deal with child-friendly Robocop.
And I assure you that everyone wants to be back home with their families.
Somehow, that is scarier than this guy.
No, because in 2, they add in more directives to make him more appealing to the public. And, like, it was some of the goofiest shit. Remember, kids, say no to drugs. Just cliche stuff like that.
Evidently, it's not fully gone, knowing some of the shit Murphy's gonna say later on in this game.
Oh, oh, hello, lady. That
Cash? No problem.
is
You
that
take
that's
singles?
not. Those aren't the other directives. That's just
Get
Murphy.
back in line.
They're here.
Dude's got his own sense of humor.
Yep.
Nice to see that he's at least managed to maintain one.
Good job, Murphy.
I think you're forgetting someone.
Officer Lewis, you were remarkable.
Underneath all that chrome
Ran off
plating
with
is
his
still the
tail
cinnamon
between
roll
his
that we all
Would have been nice if
came
you
to
caught him,
see.
though.
All right, all right.
And
Done with
here's
this circle
the
jerk,
shit
huh?
stain
Good. We've got a problem.
of. Well, I can't say
Malfunction
OCP
caught
because they're
on
all shit
camera
stains.
provokes a question. Can we put our safety into the hands of a machine? Especially one as unreliable
Here is the
as
resident
Robocop.
shit stain of the
We
police.
asked Max Becker, the head of security concepts at OCP.
Now quiet.
The biggest pain in your neck personally for the game.
That's not what we do.
We all saw it hesitate in a life and death
Fucking Max a
situation.
million? Oh,
Why?
fuck off.
Does it really know right from wrong?
Listen, I would trust this guy with my kids. I mean, if I had any. This was just an isolated glitch. Thank you.
Mr. Becker, I've got more questions.
I just want to snap her little neck. But she's got a point. This was not an isolated incident. It's a pattern. A pattern that the
One
old man
incident
wants
does not make
examined
a pattern.
and fixed. Time to
I mean, unless they're talking about the time he went rogue in the
We
first
know what's in
movie
Murphy's head.
and went back to
It's
his
what's in
house.
yours that worries us.
Push me, and you might just find out.
He very well could
Follow
be.
me.
His biggest issue with Robo is the fact that he has free will.
His biggest issue with Robo is the fact that he's not not entirely a robot.
On the double.
On it, Sarge.
Kind of funny watching a soulless look at somebody that has one and going, what the hell is that?
Don't hold your breath. OCP isn't looking to spend a dime on our equipment.
What seems to be the problem?
My damn locker won't open. Can you try? Wait, what is all this shit doing in my locker?
They wanted you to be safe out there.
Yeah, you guys, very funny.
I mean, it was a mostly harmless prank.
What just fell out of the locker?
Flashbangs. Or were they smoke grenades?
Either way, if even one of those went off, that was going to be bad news.
Smoke grenades. Ah,
That was my
yes.
favorite walking, talking law enforcement machine.
Okay, let's get on with
The cage.
Why don't you take a seat for me?
So, one little detail I appreciate is that they do
That's
not
a
shy
nasty
away
scar.
from how heavy and
I'd
slow
like to see the other
that
guy.
Robocop
Am I
is.
right?
You do not.
Your walking
Trust me.
speed
Don't mind
feels,
me. I'll just get
well,
this off.
like a snail that's trying to crawl through molasses, and your sprinting speed feels like any other
Here's the
game's
deal,
normal
though.
walking speed.
The old man is not happy with your performance. Instead of sending you to the scrapyard, as I suggested,
Maybe slightly slower.
he wants to fix you. Hey, pretty boy. You sure know how to make an impression on the ladies.
Doesn't it hurt him?
Hurt? Lady, he's a machine. He's legally dead. We can do whatever we want with him.
Max, this
No,
is why
madam.
no one likes you.
It does not hurt me physically.
So we're going to equip you with a little monitoring chip. It will do a real-time check of your systems so we can get to the bottom of what the hell is wrong with you. From now on, your performance will be monitored and graded.
Does not hurt me physically, he says.
Huh?
Emotionally, absolutely.
The chip is in. Let's see what we have here.
You have any idea what it's like to have phantom pain while in an entirely metal body?
That's gotta suck. I'm not sure which would be worse, a phantom pain or a phantom itch.
I think a phantom itch would be more maddening. Because it's like, I have no skin, but I must scratch! Alright, what should we put our first 3 points into?
Scanning seems like a good bet for the first early part of the game.
Alright. Should we just put it all in the scanning, or should we space it out?
Remind me what's here for deduction.
Deduction, at the first...
Oh.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, let's put our focus into deduction for the next couple of levels.
Alright. What, for the enhanced map?
For the enhanced map and the enhanced learning, which in turn will level up the other skills faster.
Alright.
Well, I can already see some unwanted activity in your hippocampus. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Other than that, everything seems to be installed correctly. To be sure, let's make a simple test to check that all circuits are in order. What are your prime directives?
Serve the public trust. Protect the innocent. Uphold the law.
Okay, nothing disturbed. However, like with any new upgrade,
now
I
what about the
recommend
fourth
visiting
one?
the range to check if you need calibration.
Fuck you.
Is that everything?
Actually, no. Doctor?
Oh, yes, sorry. My name is Dr. Olivia Blanche. I'm a police psychologist. I specialize in dealing with police officers suffering from emotional trauma.
Emotional trauma? Might as well talk to the microwave. It hasn't been working properly either.
OCP wanted to see if you'd be willing to have a talk with me as part of your evaluation. I noticed that a great deal of care has been put into making sure that your mechanical components work. However, one aspect of your composition that has been severely neglected is your human side, your brain.
I agree. If it was up to me, I'd remove it altogether. What do you think, Doctor? Would save us a lot of hassle.
I don't mind the hassle. So what do you say, officer? Is that possibly something that could be of interest to you?
I am not sure.
Robo, Reed wants everyone in the briefing room in 5. It's about the new guy.
Excuse me, Dr. Blanche, but I am needed elsewhere.
But we...
Robocop, blowing off therapy.
Well, can't say we didn't try. Everyone get back
So
to whatever
I
the fuck
love
you usually do around here.
the detail they put into the police station. It is almost one for one from the first movie. Almost. There's a
Brings
few...
us back to the.
Go ahead.
Brings us back to the double A label. People who put blood, sweat, and tears into making sure this was as accurate and as satisfying an experience as they could make it.
They even put in the paste machine. Although I believe in the movie it's supposed to be over here. I think. I'd have to rewatch Robocop. Which is not a complaint, mind you.
It would give me a chance to watch it too if we could actually get it on movie night.
I will be sure to keep an eye on my finances so that will happen, so that could be a potential thing. Since OCP owns Detroit's police, and OCP, like any successful corporation, is profit-driven, the work of all police officers must become cost-effective. To educate you and your subordinates on how to fulfill your duties at the lowest possible cost, we prepared a brochure entitled "Is It Worth Intervening?" We oblige you to hand it to the officers of Metro West. Fuck off with that bullshit.
A life is a life, and a life is priceless.
Good job you had Murphy in with you. You bet. Without him, we'd all be goners.
Murphy, could you please help me out here?
I love this one.
Oh yeah, this was fun.
What seems to be the problem, officer?
Reed is in the briefing room, and I have my hands full. There are so many complaints filing in that I can't keep up. It's getting crazy in here. Could you open up another line and help me?
I am here to serve the public trust.
Take the spot on the podium. You're a lifesaver, Robo.
This line is open. Please form an orderly queue.
Officer, I have a problem. My neighbors are hostile toward me. I think it's because they're jealous of my new dog. Why would they get so worked up every time I take him for a walk?
What is his name?
He has a beautiful red coat, so I call him Fire. He likes to hide, so sometimes I have to yell, "Fire! Fire!" to find him. Anyway, can you do something about my neighbors?
You're an idiot.
You disrupt public order, issue a ticket. I feel like that's like... I have to go with
Your
that
behavior disrupts public order. I must issue a ticket.
That's fine. I don't mind paying the price for having the cutest dog in the
Also, that response is fucking awesome. That's fucking great.
I got something for you, officer. I know where you can find a wanted criminal. That poster over there says there's a reward for that information.
I want details.
Are you blind? I'm the guy from that poster, so... Here I am. Now, give me the money.
I will have to detain you.
Fine, but I still get the reward, right?
No, you do not.
No.
You cops don't appreciate honesty.
Take him away. Next, please.
Officer, I would like to report my son missing.
How old is he?
He's 24, but he's never been gone for so long without letting me know.
How long has it been?
Just over 2 days now.
We do not consider an adult missing within 72 hours.
Oh, please, I'm begging you. Something's not right. You really need to find him.
What is his name and address?
George Elkins, 7706 Orchard Avenue.
I can never tell her to come back in 24 hours.
Your son is found dead.
The other two, I can uphold the law, but for her, I have to.
Oh no!
I have to do the public trust.
Thanks for the
Likely
help.
because on some level, Robo himself understands the pain of being separated from family.
Oh shit! He actually is on.
Yeah, the water poster is there.
I did not realize that.
It's a neat little detail.
In a game full of neat little details.
Robo-Pig! Why do you have to spoil our fun all the time? You metal freak!
Insert TARDIS noises, says Taro on PlayStation chat. Oh, probably because he's showing up here. And there's the guy who wanted his reward money. Hello, Taro.
Hello. No, I didn't just wake up. I was in my TARDIS.
Daily highest score, Cecil with 6.
I heard you're scheduled for calibration. Step right up and press the button when you're ready. 50 points is what OCP calls a passing grade. Shouldn't be a problem to you.
You got much better aim than I do. I guess this is why I feel I have to compensate with a cautious spray of bullets.
Good job.
78.
The eggheads know that you're good to go.
Turn this off.
You click the right analog stick, I believe.
Robocop 78. Hell yeah, motherfucker. And over here we have the
Hi, Murphy.
database. Oh wait, this was the guy who had the high score. This is Officer Cecil. But yeah, for the most part, the police station is almost a one-to-one recreation of the one from the movies. There are some details that are wrong, but honestly, it was probably that way because spacing issues.
Just can't do it. There is nope. I can deal with blood, guts, but puke is a no-go for me. Oh, be a sport and move his ass to the drunk tank for me. You've got your special gloves and extra protection, so you shouldn't mind.
Come along, sir.
Just take him downstairs. I owe you one, Murphy. Oh no, the smell is following you. I'm gonna be sick.
I don't remember getting on a roller coaster.
I don't remember getting on a roller coaster.
Look who's back home. Just toss him in one of the empty cells.
Ah, finally. Oh.
Sleep tight.
So, Taro, you missed it earlier. We were taking care of some complaints over here, and there's one guy who was complaining about his neighbors. who were harassing him, the reason was because, well, he thinks it's because they're jealous of his dog.
Oh. In reality, it's because he named his dog Fire. The dog likes to hide, so he has to run around at night screaming the dog's name, and it's freaking out the neighbors.
I gave him a ticket, and he said, "Hey, whatever. I don't mind paying for having the cutest dog in all of Detroit."
Is he dumb
Yes.
or stupid?
Yes. Yeah. Motor City is the first city where the police are owned by a private corporation. Omni Consumer Products, a mega corporation specializing in security, space, healthcare, rehabilitation, military, and data storage and transfer, says that they will not stop there. They are interested in taking over the police of other metropolises, including Baltimore and Chicago. What do they have to offer? Excellent management and access to the latest technology. Will this convince more authorities to put their law enforcement forces in private hands? More on page 6. I would hope not, because so far all they've done for this department is give them me.
Let's just be honest here. You are an amazing gift, but it still doesn't make up for the lack of resources.
Yeah. I mean, the cops went on strike.
That doesn't in and of itself is mind-boggling.
So, what's on today's agenda?
It's no secret that crime has been on the rise ever since what the media has named the new guy in town showed up in the city. The word on the street is that he wants to spend a lot of money in old Detroit, and that has made every gang in the city start advertising their services. We need to find him before things get out of control.
Where do we look?
Our best bet is to see if he made contact with the torch
I
head.
feel so bad for
Robo,
Murphy
I
not
want you
being
to start
able
by
to
checking
sit
the
down.
arcade downtown. It's become a high
I
activity
mean, you
area
can,
for punks.
just not in a regular chair.
Everyone else, keep your eyes open. Any questions?
That's what I mean.
Any word on Briggs?
What happened to Briggs?
He sits in any of these little plastic chairs. He'll shatter them into atoms.
Officer Briggs remains missing. That's over 24
That's what
hours
I
since
mean.
he's been in contact with anyone here.
The only thing he can sit in is the chair.
No reason to assume so. But if anyone finds Briggs' informant, we might learn
He
something
was
new.
able to sit on the
All right, now
benches in
get
the
out
locker
there.
room just fine.
You go ahead, partner.
Yeah, he was sitting on the
I
benches.
need to write this report. And there's something else I need
He
to
does
do
so at the end of
first.
the move. I was about to say end of the movie. End of the game.
Oh. We got a missing officer, the new guy, torch heads. Hey, Lewis.
Like, that bench withstood the combined weight of Lewis and Robocop. More so Robocop. So, like, I think those benches are good.
Cruiser's ready for you, Robo. Go get him.
Alright, our first open area.
of all the times I start crashing. I'm sorry, guys.
no.
I gotta dip out.
Oh, okay. Get some sleep, dude.
I wish I could stick around longer.
It's fine.
I will check in with the rest of the stream when I get a chance. See ya.
Later. So Taro, how much do you know about Robocop?
Coming up,
Um,
freshener secretly killing. Find out at 11.
Murphy go boom.
Okay, fair enough.
Could you please keep the noise down? You're scaring off my customers.
Can't hear you. Music's too loud.
Good evening. Are those two men bothering you?
First, they harass my customers. Then they threaten to burn down my shop. You need to do something about it, officer.
What do you want, cop? Can't we have a little bit of fun? We did nothing wrong.
I need help turn off the radio. Destroy radio.
Control seems to be
Leave
broken.
it! That's brand new!
Do it.
Thanks, officer.
You're welcome, citizen.
Also, you might want to go find those two.
I don't think you can.
Ah, dang it. Because I noticed one of them said that they stole it.
Hey, Robo, can you help me out here?
Be a man, Big. Why make such a big deal?
How can I assist you, officer?
I'm trying to catch this one shifty dealer. This guy steals nuke from other pushers to sell it at half price. This dopehead buys from him but won't tell me his whereabouts.
I don't know any dealer.
You were carrying from 3 different pushers, so you either like to walk for miles to buy nuke, or you appreciate a discount.
Don't take it out on me because the guy broke your nose.
As you can see, he doesn't want to cooperate.
Do not worry. According to my directives, there are several ways to convince him to cooperate.
I ain't gonna let it reprogram my brain. We can talk, but don't let it drill into my head, okay? The guy's name's Maurice, but I don't know where to find him. I always arrange a place over a payphone. I'll give you the number.
Let's hope it works. The dealer knows where the others hide their stash. We could collect nuke from the whole neighborhood if we get to him.
I will take care of it.
But you need to find a payphone first. Try near the supermarket. I think at least one of them hasn't been smashed by vandals yet.
It's getting colder. Now we don't have anything for the fire. How was I supposed to know someone would steal our old tires?
We got a parking violation.
One parking ticket is all it takes to improve mindfulness.
Murphy, this is Reed. Mayor Kuzak just stormed into my office. Apparently, his niece's car has been stolen. Find it. This goes to the top of your priority list. You can start by asking about it at some of the local garages. For the record, it's a blue SUX 6000, registered to Melissa Kuzak.
I'm sorry, did that say destruction of fire hydrant?
I think it was an obstruction.
My brain, for some reason saw that as destruction. I was like, wait a minute, that's not right. Hold on.
Hey, I might be a little late filing my tax return, but sending a one-man army seems like an overreaction.
I am here to investigate the theft of a blue SUX 6000 that belongs to Melissa Kuzak.
Fancy car and fancy name, but I hardly ever get the pleasure of dealing with either.
Do you have
anyway, I'll be the bear.
Whereabouts
The bear be good.
To be honest,
The
I
bear
did some
got
work on one of
paid.
those cars recently, but I can assure you that it was not the one
Hey,
you're looking
that's pretty good.
Do I have your permission to search the shop?
for. I know what the world's like, but can a man go about his business without being harassed all the damn time?
Let me go get my water bottle.
I do not mean to obstruct anyone's work, but fulfilling my duties
Oh,
is
dang.
priority.
Then why aren't you out there on the streets where a real crime is happening, instead of badgering hardworking citizens?
Is car theft not a real crime to you?
Oh,
You know
dang,
what?
that was
If you really think you'll find
that was
evidence
a
of
lot
that
of
SUX
police
ever
cars.
being-
Actually, holy
be my
crap!
guest.
And I'm back.
While you were in the few seconds you were gone, I heard like 2 to 3 police cars over on my side, roaring down the street. Sirens were blaring.
Damn.
Engineering level 2 required. Oops. I know it's because it's a game, but just imagine Robocop was actually like limited in his knowledge of engineering because someone
See,
that
I told you,
what was it
you'll
again?
find Jack
Megacorp?
off, because there ain't nothing to be found. This place is
OCP?
legit.
OCP just said, yeah, we're doing some illegal stuff, so we better than him not being able to scan our stuff.
Have not been accounted for.
You've gone over my books? I thought you came here looking for the car thief.
Looks like there's more than just one thief to be caught.
Oh, come on. This is how everyone operates in this godforsaken city. Cut me some slack, will you? Okay, you win. So there's this boy, Scott. Works for me on and off. He might have something to do with the missing car. Let me open his locker for you. That's his locker. Go on, have a look. And what do you reckon? Is he your man?
For the time being. Where is the suspect?
You see, he hasn't turned up for work for some time. This morning, when 2 thugs swang by looking for him, I knew he must be in trouble. I've overheard him many times talking about a place where he does car jobs on the side.
Give me the precise location.
I can't tell you exactly where it is. All I know is that it's one of the garages near the local storage compartments.
Tell me why you think he is responsible.
He's young, bright, and would like to rule the world. I get it. But nearly every month, he gets himself in trouble.
It is not enough to make assumptions.
I'm not a cop, but I've seen many things in my life. And where there's smoke, there's usually fire.
is he a temporary worker?
You could say that. We fall out a lot because he brings a lot of hot stuff to the shop, and I'm not okay with it.
And you let him come back?
It's hard to make an honest living these days. That's why I understand his struggle, and I let him come back. Working here keeps him out of trouble. And to be frank, it's not easy to find such a good mechanic either.
Why did you cover for him?
I can't watch a decent kid like him get swallowed by this city. Don't look at me like that. Instead of giving him up, I was encouraging him to come clean. But a man can only try.
You know what? I gotta respect him for that. He knows this city will just take kids like Scott and just chew him up and spit him out. And all he's doing is just trying to help the poor kid out. Gotta respect that.
That is all for now.
Hey, make sure no harm comes his way. He might have done some foolish things in the past, but he's a good kid, and he deserves another chance.
A court of law will be the judge of that.
You know what I just realized?
What?
If Jack is the face of Bo, then how did he die?
What did you do with the blue SUX 6000 that you stole?
I get that,
Why would I have anything to do with that?
but
I have found evidence.
I thought he couldn't die.
You can't possibly help me.
He cannot die.
I don't
from,
want to cause any more trouble, especially for Ben.
From anything that would bring him harm. Because when he was made immortal by Rose, her intention was to protect her friend. So he can't die from murder, unnatural causes, or disease.
Admitting to a crime is the best course of action for any young offender.
I can't go to juvie. Who's gonna fix this mess?
My duty is to serve the public trust.
Okay. I admit. It was me who jacked the SUX. But he didn't leave me any choice.
Who is he?
I can't tell you. If he knew I gave him away, he'd take revenge on Ben. Oh god! It must be those thugs! We're dead! No one is gonna save us.
I'm sorry,
If
kid.
they are
Do
criminals,
you know
then
who I
they are the
am?
ones who need saving.
You say no one's gonna save us.
I got him!
Bitch, I'm Robocop! That's right, shoot your friend.
He's just a machine! We can do this!
Come on.
You're done, Cop!
This clever bastard's waiting for me to move him out of the way.
I like how it says to throw object.
That's because they're criminals.
I know, but still.
You did it! They didn't think that through. Maybe you can put an end to this after all.
I am missing vital information in order to resolve this case.
I'll tell you what you want. Just please, help me fix this screw-up.
Where is the car now?
For a second, I thought you sliced him in two with that last bullet.
Side. The entrance is concealed, but I'm sure you'll find it. I'm no fighter, but if there is any other way, I would like to help. Maybe you need some more intel.
Who did you mean by him?
It's Rex, from the local gang. I only did petty jobs for him mostly, but this time he made me steal that car. He said he wanted the SUF 6000 we were repairing at Ben's. When I said it was too hot, he slashed me with his knife.
Why were you hiding?
You saw those thugs. They were looking for me. They realized I tricked them. They wanted the SUF 6000 from Ben's shop, but I didn't want to get him into trouble.
Kamen Rider Droid, a Cyberman, or Robocop.
I doubt anyone would have given a shit, but word on the street is that it belongs to the mayor's niece.
First one out is a Cyberman.
First one out is Cyberman?
Because the Cybermen, they suppress their will. You know? They take free will out of the equation. So they're just a cold calculating machine. They don't have the human factor that lets them do some of the shit that Robocop can do, and presumably Kamen Rider Droid.
Any criminal matters should be reported
as
to the police.
for Droid versus
I know.
Robocop,
I just thought I could figure this out by myself. Ben was right from the start.
I don't know.
I shouldn't have gone down this road.
You know what? Fair enough. Secondly, I have some more stuff for Droid if you want to hear it.
That is all for now. Proceeding to the vehicle's estimated location.
When Droid has to deal with a specific malfunctioning bot,
minimal.
he would change his bike to fit the situation. Yes, his bike. You heard me correctly. Example. When dealing with it, when there's a strength void, the bike would attach itself to Makoto while reforming into a secondary pair of fists. Just imagine he has his two normal hands, two normal arms, but he has a pair on the back too for extra punching power. With a speedoid, there isn't a change except for the fact that his legs would be locked to the bike via magnets, so he can focus on the fight.
Fair enough.
With dealing with the flightoids, his bike would again attach itself to him, but would instead reform to resemble a pair of wings, with one tire in each wing.
What? Someone knocked out his teeth, including the gold one. He's asking if anyone
For some to learn how not to lose the track of time is to learn how not to lose their money.
He doesn't necessarily have any forms, but he does have attachments.
Which can be just as cool.
Citizen, I'm ordering you to discontinue this deliberate act of vandalism.
Okay, so I really like this little side thing.
Screw you, man!
Because if
what is it?
This graffiti artist, depending on how you handle him, he will paint a mural of Robocop. I think right there, actually, where the skeletons are.
So what you gonna do? You can't put me behind bars. I'm still a kid and only done it once.
Just let me off with a warning, will ya?
But, yeah. I also got an
It is my
idea,
duty to warn you not to commit that.
because
Or any.
I was with,
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I was with
I'll
Makamon
do my best.
earlier. We were just goofing around, talking about stuff, and then, if I remember correctly, because I did pass out literally a few minutes after we got alcohol. If I remember correctly, it was something about red can give you clones or something, like the conversation from the memes channel.
Oh yeah, painting your mech red can give you hologram clones.
So I had a thought. At one point, either Kamen Rider Droid or Makamon's idea of a secondary Kamen Rider Machina can produce hard light holograms of it. Can produce hard light holograms of themselves.
I like that idea.
Now I'm just imagining, while dealing with one of the malfunctions.
Colors! Sorry. Started shooting at me, and I shot a gas tank, and suddenly there was color everywhere.
Just imagine, while dealing with one of the malfunctioning bots, I'm imagining it would be either a flightoid or a speedoid, depending on what kind of upgrades I give Droid or Machina. It's just like there is only one living organism gets decked by one of the hard light clones. Updating targets.
This.
Seeing all this color and fire just reminded me about the ending scene of the Kingsman. You know when all the implants were triggered?
Yes.
That was a spectacular action. Oh, I just... oh my god. Droid sees the robots from either O Ranger or Power Rangers Zeo. Just stars in his eyes. I get to dismantle aliens? Is today my birthday?
Oh, that sucked. Poor guy was killed in a bathroom. That's pretty shitty.
Oh my god.
That was not intended. That joke was not intended. I just meant the bathroom looked bad.
Of course it's gonna look bad. There's blood all over.
I meant before that. Alright, we found the car. Oh shit. Found a lot of good shit in here. By good shit, I mean evidence. Because evidence raises my experience points.
I can't believe you've actually done it! Do you think I could take that car back to the owner and say I'm sorry? Maybe
Also,
she
I found
won't
this
press
new,
charges.
like, mech anime that I actually love the opening of. It's called
Please, I could
Robotics
really use
Notes.
a helping hand right now.
Oh!
Otherwise, I'm back in
I
juvie.
know that. It was a video game series.
Proceeding to secure the
Oh.
perimeter. Keys
Yeah,
are in the
I
ignition.
found them on like...
Thank you so much! I promise I won't mess this up.
On the Nintendo Switch. I think it's also on Steam. Could also be on,
Nice.
could also be on PlayStation. I have no idea.
Yeah, I loved. What's the name of it? Haruki? I think that's the name of the opening.
What?
Is this Maurice?
Listen, man, I'm really swamped with laundry right now.
I also was listening to it when I finally got the helmet right, Droid's helmet.
So you would not want to earn some money, would you?
I don't! I mean, I do! I do want to earn money!
I can show it to you after stream if you so wish.
Sure.
You sound like
A future happy customer.
fucking Robocop. You wanna bust me? Why don't you do a better job of finding guys who vandalize phone booths? I'm losing customers because they can't find working payphone in this goddamn... What the fuck is it this time?
Anybody home? John, hi, Maurice. Just a friendly visit. You'd like to do laundry? You should try working at the laundromat instead of violating the basic rules.
Robocop, you have to help me! The back of the red building by the supermarket. Apartment 6. There's some guys here. I think they mean business. Hurry!
He's on the phone.
Okay.
Violating the basic rules? Well, you're also violating the basic rules. You're still existing. Oh god. Talking about droid actually brought up a memory. I once had this OC rescue force like hero, like something like a hero rescue force. He was transferred to that rescue force, and like on one, like for one of his missions, he found out he wasn't actually transferred. But before I get to that part, his name was funny because I realized what I did afterwards. His name was Styles Owen Scott, SOS. Turns out he was actually a robot this whole time.
Interesting.
And he only realized because in this universe, like, pretty much almost anyone has a superpower. There are a few people that don't. And his commander had magnet powers.
I'll never touch your stuff again, I swear!
That's not why we're here.
So
So
yeah,
what do you want?
he
The
got
money?
sent flying
I have your
backwards.
money.
And he realized he was a robot because
You're
he
selling
wasn't
our
wearing any
product
metal
at
on his
price.
clothes.
That makes my customers complain about my prices.
It ain't nice, Maurice.
Maybe you think that building a customer base by selling your product under its manufacturing costs is a good idea.
The reason he was built this way is because
But it's not.
the people
Such
who
practices
built
are
him
spoiling the market.
built him were thinking if he doesn't think he's human, he won't try to survive like a human.
Antitrust laws
He'll put
Shit, Maurice! All we want to say is that you violate the basic rules of the market with your predatory pricing. We can't just go along with that.
It's unfair
Yeah.
and unethical.
Not to mention illegal.
What the fuck?
You are under arrest. Come quietly, or this may be the last economics discussion you will ever have.
Get him!
you do that? What am I gonna sell now?
There are serious charges against you, Maurice. However, you can hope for a reduced sentence if you reveal where these 3 dealers keep their drugs.
Or I can jump into that pile of garbage below. A few bruises is better than jail.
Do you know what the likelihood is of surviving that?
I know the hood better than you do, cop. So try some different talk.
You could have time with finding new customers. You know, in jail.
Even if you escape Soot is out to get you, you will be safer in prison.
I missed our meeting. I was busy, but he doesn't get that. Doing laundry is important to me. It relaxes me.
If you cooperate, you could get a job at the prison laundry.
You mean I eat and live for free? And I do what I like to do anyway? I feel like I won the lottery, man! I'll tell you where these jerks kept this stuff, but I have to have our deal in writing.
I mean, don't necessarily need it in writing. You're being arrested. You're going to jail. Like, that's just fact.
I know, but I'm pretty sure there's like a thing you have to do in order to get on the laundry schedule. I'm not sure.
Here, I haven't congratulated you yet.
Hell, I wouldn't know.
He's my favorite TV star.
Thanks to you, Kurt's finally had a reason to watch something other than the fast food channel.
When it comes to cleaning criminal scum from the city, I am even better live. Can you tell me what happened here?
Nasty murder. Victim is a white female, mid-20s, identified as Casey Carmel. Had a history of petty crime and prostitution, but believe it or not, that's her real name.
Any leads?
The case is closed. OCP won't spend a single dime on
You
the
know,
murder of a prostitute.
they missed an opportunity
Cost
to
optimization.
spray paint his
Fancy name for we don't know shit
armor
about.
blue.
So if
That's
you were to
actually
look around the
cosmetic
crime
you can buy.
scene, you would potentially be exposing OCP to extra costs.
Oh?
If you want to do that, be our guest.
It's
Does it-
it's like $5 or $7. It basically gives you what he looked like in Robocop 2.
I'm only thinking because, hold on. If he wasn't like shown off, if it was just, oh yeah, he's on the streets now, he hasn't been shown off by the police or anything, and the police don't like claim him. Criminals are just gonna think there's a vigilante running around in metal armor. Only realizing that this guy may not be wearing armor when his leg opens up. Wait. I'll be quiet.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm looking at some stuff on Steam.
Oh, actually, I just realized something. Bear, guess what I found on VR chat?
What?
Some SMG free avies.
Oh, really?
There's Tyree, there's Maggie, there's Melanie, there's Axel. There's Dusty.
Neat.
And I probably just made you feel sad, didn't I?
No, because I don't know any of those names.
You don't know who Axel is?
No.
You haven't seen the Genesis arc.
Considered a suspect?
I haven't seen it.
Nah, we know the guy. You can rule him out.
The guy's a loon, a mental patient. He thinks that aliens dumped the body here.
Talk to him if you want. Just prepare to hear a tall tale about green people.
Do you have any thoughts about that murder?
I bet the
actually,
girl was
after
killed
Shane.
somewhere else, and the body was only dumped here. And we got the tire tracks, drag marks. We find a car that matches, we'll find our perp. Yeah, I guess the perp had his hands covered in some green-blue guacamole-ish goo. The body's covered in it.
Why does it always come back to food with you? Anyway, we need to do a proper analysis.
The best way to cut the costs of policing is to cut the criminals down.
Tell me about it. I didn't join the force to pick up dead bodies off the street.
Let me back in. Gonna get a snack.
Alright.
I will.
And hopefully I don't produce the goaties out.
Bring the murderer to justice.
Yeah, after this... Yeah. After this, strange...
Somebody dumped her a few feet from here. The blood traces on the
After a strange
ground
operation, I
indicate
just...
she was dragged.
With this weird belt thing on my stomach,
That's this green
I
blue
keep-
shit under her arm. No idea.
I keep producing gochizos.
Nasty wound. Looks like she was hit with a blunt object.
I don't know why.
Possibly a hammer. Her heels had to touch the ground when the body was dragged.
Custom extended wheelbase. Have you seen a vehicle like this around?
Nah. But that narrows it down significantly. Good catch.
What do you know about the dead body we found here?
I thought of something.
It's as simple
for
as it
droid.
gets. Aliens did it.
No.
Alien.
The reasons...
I've been
The
investigating
reason...
it for years. They send rats to spy on me.
The
They don't
bot
want me to
started
show you this
malfunctioning
What
is because they
There's a
don't
list
want to
of
be robots
aliens
anymore.
living in Detroit.
They want to be
All
human.
37,617 of them.
But
Murder included.
biotech was kind of outlawed a few years ago.
Am
So the
I
only way they
on
can
the
do
list?
it is by
On the alien list? Of course
taking
not.
whatever parts they can
You're on
find
another list.
by any means
The
necessary.
scale of this conspiracy frightens me.
I'm afraid I cannot rely on your assumptions, but please do.
Yikes.
I really gotta stop talking over cutscenes. I'll be quiet now.
You're fine.
I don't want to talk over the
Yeah, probably
cutscenes
belongs to our
though.
victim. Let's try to find other clues.
Anyway, back in a bit.
Most likely a van with a custom extended wheelbase. Does your list contain any information on such a vehicle?
Jackpot! I've got a guy with a van that matches your description. I don't know his ID, but I know where you can find him. A film set near the courthouse. They're shooting a TV commercial and it's run by aliens, so it all makes sense. Casey must have discovered something there, and they got her. That must have been what's happened.
Why do you think that aliens run the set?
Who do you think runs the advertising business? They're stuffing
Yeah.
commercials with subliminal messages. They use
All right, I'll be
additional
right
film
back,
frames
folks.
with
I think
commands to
dinner's
make
ready.
us obey. Don't you know what happens to those who watch TV?
What is the...
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, where's Bear?
I went to go get a snack. When I came back, he was gone. He hasn't been
Again?
back since.
Dang. Well, I'm almost done with all of my stuff, but dang.
Mm. I think someone called him for something. I went back in stream.
How was your day, hon?
It was fun.
That's good.
Hmm?
I said that's good. I still need to make me some food at some point. But that'll happen after I'm done getting ready.
Fair enough. Just don't. Just don't. Insert yourself today.
I won't.
Oh, fuck, hold on.
Oh, you dropped the bottle.
Yeah. More like the dropped itself. How was your day?
Before doing all the stuff earlier, I played a little bit of Marvel Rivals. The last game was kinda meh. It was meh to like the 5th power because someone was raging about how I wasn't healing them. And I would be like, I'm sorry if you're going too far into the back line to a point where I can't get to you. That sounds like a skill issue. Because they were a healer before, and then they switched, and I ended up being the only healer on the team.
What did I walk into?
Marvel Rivals rant.
Oh, yeah, the whole thing about the whole thing with support mains being treated like shit.
Yeah, I got treated like shit for a bit, and I was like, that was like the last game I was gonna be playing too, and I was like, that's not a great thing to end on. I was like, we had two healers.
I saw the guy who dumped the body
But then the person who started raving about heals
glowing like those toy dinosaurs
switched off a healer.
And years later,
So I don't know what they want me to do.
Diseases from.
I'm only one person trying to keep 5 people alive.
Nevertheless, I recommend you consult a psychiatrist at the earliest.
Sounds like they closed it for me.
And half the team was almost in the other team's backline.
Alright, we're gonna solve this murder and then I'll call it a day because we are over 2 hours and I have a headache.
I was about to say because you want to take a nap.
No, I already did that.
Naps are cool.
Man, I'm gonna be honest, when I came back, I thought stream was ending.
Nope. What was I supposed to do? I've missed the garbage collection and we had fish on Friday.
Because he
You have
used
no
the
idea
ending
how
title
much it
card instead of be right back.
Shit!
I was wondering why you had the ending card up.
Mother.
But remember that littering is like dumping negative emotions.
Oh, you
on
good. No,
others.
you good.
Still better than a
You good,
spoiled-
you good, you good.
You're good, Bear. Today's been an off day for a lot of us, I feel.
Oh, babe, you want to see what I have for new stuff I have for Droid?
Oh, sure.
Let me forward it to you because I ain't reading that again.
Look what he's done!
Bear.
Have I just wrecked your life savings? Tough shit, stinker.
Tomorrow in D&D, you're getting another axe.
Antisocial behavior towards a fellow citizen. will be
Correction.
classified as a crime.
An upgrade to your axe.
Am I getting an upgrade?
To say
You can't
All
do
getting
it.
upgrades.
Hey, you tell him, Robot Man!
Yay!
What a fucking joke!
Courtesy of the FPA. No, that is a
What is
acronym for something. Now I must see what is an acronym for what.
Sunblock 5000.
Night does not seem an appropriate time for such practice.
That is
Yeah.
so funny.
They ran into some problems, and it's running later than expected.
I swear, we're staying here
The
until we
acronym
finish.
for
You're doing it
financial.
without me.
Dang it.
Don't you think you're being unreasonable?
You better find us another
Financial
understudy
Planning
so we can get this
Association.
over
There
with.
we go.
Let him in.
How did I instantly forget what it was an acronym for? In real life terms.
I have reason to believe that someone from your crew is involved in a crime. We found
My guy, who did your hair?
Sunblock at the crime scene. The suspect was driving a van with a custom extended
Gary
wheelbase.
Jenkins.
We
Gary
use a
Jenkins,
lot of
everyone.
different vans, but I would know
Jerry
if they're the type
Jenkins
you're
is a
looking
piece of
for.
shit.
In that case, I would like to look around.
Actually,
legitimately,
he could be of some use to me.
the person who did your hair should be arrested. Holy hell!
His name is Jared.
You look like you put your you look like you
I
put
need
your finger in
reason
a
to cancel
socket.
his contract, and I think you could find one for me.
That does not sound like a task of a police officer.
But it could be, though. I'm sure he's guilty of something. You just have to find out what it is.
Hey, they're shooting
I can give you
Robocop
access to
movie
anything
in the
without me.
Robocop video game.
That's very
I only carry out the request of justice.
That's very
I
meta.
believe that. Dig deep. I bet Mr. Big start with the computer. There's a list of
They're actually
vehicles allowed
filming
to
the
park
Sunblock
on set there.
commercial, but sure, let's go with that.
look,
Dang, can't let me have a joke.
I said let's go with that.
I see how it is.
Listen here,
I'll put you in the
shit.
corner. Don't test me. I'll put you back in the corner.
Not if I get to my TARDIS first.
You're not getting any cuddles.
Not if I get to my TARDIS first. I'll just go back in time before all of this.
Going back
That's
on
all
your,
it's-
going back on your own timeline, that's dangerous.
That's very dangerous.
That's like the one thing that time travelers should never do.
The evidence I have gathered shows that
You can't take out your past self, or else your
connected to
future
the
self won't
investigation
exist.
I am conducting.
So what?
Whoever said anything of taking them out?
I read your messages. They seem to connect.
What are you
to
gonna
the
do,
case.
merge with them?
Would you like to explain?
You read my private messages?
Yes.
How did you get access to them? That
I
bitch
need you
sent you after me,
to-
didn't she?
No.
She's looking for a way to screw me over and hide her incompetence.
I feel like
You
we
want to
should
investigate
watch
something?
time.
Then ask her about the guy she
Show
hired
him
as
why
the
that's a bad
understudy.
idea.
His face looks like a walking
I don't even know
mugshot.
why that's a bad
On
idea.
top
I
of
just
that,
feel like it's a bad
I bet
idea.
he's the one who stole my ring.
So,
See what she has to say about him, pal.
in Time Cop and in an episode of Doctor Who, it was revealed that they talk about how two items cannot exist within the same same time. Like if you have like a diploma, say you have like a certificate, right? And you have a certificate from you have it from the future and you have it from the past. So, if the two meet, if the two touch and interact, it would cause a paradoxical explosion. Or in the case of a person, it would just melt them in the goo. Would you say? But I believe that's what happened in time.
I spoke with Jenkins. He mentioned that you hired a criminal.
You mean the understudy? Did Jenkins tell you that I hired him? Don't believe me? Check
I
the
can
camera
go back into my purchase history and see that I bought sushi from Walmart at one point.
Why did you hire the understudy?
And then I get a visceral
Jenkins'
memory
contract says he will not use
that
sunblock.
time, and I was like,
and none of the
"Ugh,
professional
the sushi
understudies
was
wanted
too
to
much."
do it either. They all say it's toxic.
Hey, come on.
So I
Nap's
had no
done.
choice.
Now I gotta go
Jenkins
shopping
brought
with
a
folks,
guy
so I'm
and
gonna watch
said
as
he
long
could
as I
do the
can.
job.
Once we finish up this quest, we're gonna be done because it's like 2 hours and 21 minutes, and I have a headache.
Where is the understudy now?
I have no idea. And that's the whole point.
Remember,
You can't keep shooting because
Close
he's
all the
disappeared.
blinds if you want to stay in the dark.
Guys in the hospital or worse. Because if he's not, I'll kill him myself.
What?
It's a joke, of course. You
Stay in the dark
understand
helped me
jokes,
with
don't
my
you?
headaches.
Yeah, light can
Show me the
aggravate
footage.
some headaches.
That's the one that I get so
Check the
often.
camera footage.
Minus the
Who are you,
few
pal?
occasional
Your agent sent me.
out of nowhere
Special
migraines that
services.
just kind of annually
Jeez,
happen.
man. I've got a place.
Which probably should get checked.
Of course, Mr.
Jenkins, Better. I'll
Take it and get lost. The smell of hard-boiled eggs mixing with this green shit makes me want to puke. Looking at your face doesn't help either. You mentioned something about special services. Only the best in Detroit. I find that hard to believe. I've got just the girl for you. Her name's Kate.
Also, fair to quote the 10th Doctor, the laws of time are mine to control.
You are not.
You are not the Time Lord Victorious. Hell, even he wasn't the Time Lord Victorious. Because when he did
Your
that,
understudy offered you the services of a
a
prostitute.
woman literally
She was
just
likely
said,
a prostitute
fuck
who
it,
was killed.
and killed herself
That
just to
doesn't
keep the
mean I accept
timeline
one of them.
the way it used to be.
Withholding information about illegal activity is also a crime.
Like almost in
If that's the case,
direct
I wouldn't be the only
opposition
criminal in
of
this
Time Lord
goddamn business.
Victorious.
You know what? Now that I think about it, why shouldn't I help the
It's
law
like,
enforcement?
oh, you're above the laws of time? Fuck you.
Where can I
Bang!
find the understudy?
He works at a gas station nearby. But I don't think that's his main source of income.
I am not done with you yet. Do not leave the city.
I could be a Time Lord actually, and not even know it.
I always wanted to be a cop.
I feel like
I feel like you would know it if you ever got an X-ray done.
how many hearts does a Time Lord have again?
2.
Hmm.
Yeah, but Bear. Think about it. The chameleon circuit.
It doesn't make the heart disappear.
I'm pretty sure it does, since, you know, the fugitive doctor.
I mean,
You cannot tell me she has not had an X-ray once or twice.
I don't know, maybe she was just like really healthy all the time. She never needed
Sunblock
one.
is the least of your worries.
You're. Sir, you're blue.
I know why you're here, but I'm
he's covered in
innocent.
sunblock.
I swear.
You are being detained in connection with the murder of Casey Carmel. If you require medical attention, it will be given to you.
I didn't do it. Jenkins killed her. Jerry Jenkins, the guy from TV. You have to believe me.
You will make your statement at the station.
And you'll let Jenkins walk free.
Actually, I'm pretty sure they even showed it with Tenant.
Casey's body.
Only one heart was beating before he opened the pocket watch.
But I was gone when this happened. When I came back,
Maybe the
she was
second one
already
was just
dead.
inactive.
And I decided to get rid of the body. Jenkins is the only one who could have done it.
Why would Jenkins be meeting a prostitute here when there is a motel across the street?
His agent got a hold of me and told me that the guy values his privacy. The money was good, and I was able to provide him with a discreet option.
Oh, we're just having a back and forth.
Was happy with you.
He was bitching at first, but when he saw
About
Casey, he stopped being so picky.
Back and forth, almost argument about Time Lord biology when it comes to them being human.
Well, there's just
I
a
don't know.
blue man
I wasn't there.
continually scratching himself.
Stalling?
She may have
Being
mentioned
interrogated
something
by
about
Robocop.
wanting to blackmail Jenkins, but I knocked the idea out of her head. At least I think I did.
He looked in the heart of the time vortex too
What did
long.
I say? That a famous celebrity killed a street prostitute in the back of my gas station. That's a bit much even for this city.
Dumping that woman's body in a dumpster seemed like a better idea to you.
It's not my fault that people would rather believe
My
the
gamer
guy
looks
over me.
more like a drug addict than the actual drug addicts in this game.
I will verify your version of events, but you will still suffer the consequences of the actions you have taken.
Hurry up, please! It burns!
Tires match.
Oh, and also, to be fair, if I was a Time Lord, but, you know, Chameleon Circuit, I feel like, not even feel like, yeah, no, if I ever found my pocket watch and opened it, it would basically be the Time Lord version of me offing the human version of me, because that's how it happens.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. The human version of you goes bye-bye. It's something they don't often talk about, honestly.
You there, babe?
Mm-hmm.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just listening.
Oh.
I'm just
I make an
vibing.
awesome time.
I'm just vibing.
I'm making an awesome time, what?
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that.
Wow.
Hun, I'd have to remind you not to mess up the timeline.
So, did you find anything?
According to the evidence, Jenkins is guilty of the murder.
Wow.
Listen, if I was a Time Lord, I would have very
However,
strong
you
desires
are
to
guilty of
change
concealing a crime,
history
the
myself.
desecration of a corpse. I will call medical assistance. You will be taken in when your condition permits.
Dang, way to shoot me down.
Not just shooting you down, I'm shooting myself down, because if I was a Time Lord, I'd do the same fucking thing.
I mean, I'm not really shooting you down. I'm just saying. I'd have to remind you not to change the timeline.
Man looks paralyzed. Like, actually.
Might be the sunblock, I'm not sure. I'm a be real.
Stuff is toxic. My goodness, graffiti.
Thing is,
It's Robocop.
I already took care of the kid that did this.
It's Robocop. Remind me again. This is Detroit, yeah?
I can't let you in, Robo.
It's Robocop Detroit. What do you expect?
They say that 20 seconds in the California sunshine is too much these days. Ever since we lost the ozone layer.
I have a solution for you if you are looking for some protection against that California sunshine.
The hell?
A stay in Detroit prison. Jerry Jenkins, you are under arrest for the murder.
Man just gets
of
pushed
Casey
down to the
Carmel.
ground.
I seen you on TV. You're glitching again.
How is he back already?
For fuck's sake, it hurts.
What do you mean?
Didn't he just go to the hospital?
That was his understudy.
No, that's the understudy.
Oh.
Well, that's a wrap.
He just get dragged off in his underwear.
Deserved.
Oh yeah, he was a scumbag. He fucking deserved it. Alright, so, I guess I'm not worried about saving. Thank you all for joining us today on this wonderful Friday afternoon. We have started Robocop. That will take the place of Friday for now. So, this has been Vegas Bear 92.
Tara.
And the ever so tired web.
With a brief appearance by Makumon. And we will be back Monday with more Resident Evil 4. So, as always, feel free to support us in any way you wish, whether it be monetarily or through engagement. And stay safe, stay comfy, stay hydrated, and be good to each other. And we'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.
Remember, supports and moral rivals are usually your friend. So please, be nicer to us so that you can actually get heals. Because we can't just let you die.
The one thing that you should never do is piss off the healer, because they can just let you die. So be nice to the healer. Your life is in their hands.